the sand, you just know.
I see what you've done there.
You
Right.
just know exactly right away when you see that. Lucky, good evening. Crocodile, good evening. It's wonderful that we have Crocodile on an evening like this. We're about to have some Russian River Pliny the Elder.
Is that because? Oh, that's right. In that area.
That's right. Exactly.
That's right.
It's a good coincidence that we got that.
Gave us a word picture of what Pliny the Younger tasted like.
There we go.
Yes.
I was wondering where that was going.
The word picture.
Good evening once again. It is time for some Thursday night podcasting. I'm here once again with my brother.
And I'm here with my brother.
Oh my gosh, that works out well. Co-founders, though, of AboutBeverages.
That's
I'm
right.
Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we've got a couple. This one we're not like going to be directly comparing because one of them is kind of a week old, but I did want to have a sip of the one as we go into the other. That was what I should have bought last week that I mispurchased when Planty was having us try some different things.
Planty guilt you into buying this one?
No, I wanted to get this one anyway because we had just had it. So I really wanted to go, and because I wanted to see the difference. At my Total Wine, we're already talking about it. We've already dove right into it. So this one, last week we just had the Beaujolais, and now we're having the Beaujolais-Villages.
Can you cover it up?
Yeah. So last week we just had
Beaujolais.
Now I'm doing the Keith
There's
flex.
our new flex.
There we go. Last week we had that. Now we're having this. There we go. For the video watchers out there. I wanted to try this again. Also, I wanted to find a little more information to see what the difference was. Like, was it a big difference? Price wise, it was actually about the same. I think this one was $12. The other one was $11. Like, it was literally $1 or $2.
Very close.
There is another level above this. There is the Beaujolais Cru. Is that how you write?
Yeah.
You'd say that.
Cru. Yeah.
That one makes a pretty big jump. Usually that one, it says some of the more collectible bottles can be up towards $100. Those are at least 20 to 40, apparently. I did not look for one of those. I did go and look and see that the Puy Fusé.
Oh, Puy.
No more still in stock. So we are lucky that we got the bottle that we had to try.
You said you got the last one too. At that time, right?
So
or was it the last one of this?
No, it was the last one of that one.
Of the Puy.
Yeah, this one they had. This one they're both right next to each other, so I understand how I made a little bit of the mistake. I still should have read it. And when I was at the store, I think you would have had to have a word with someone who had stocked these. They were literally almost like intertwined next to each other.
Yeah.
Because I saw two. I was like, oh wait, they don't. I was like, oh wait, they don't have the Village. I was like, oh no, that's not good. And then I was like, wait, and I moved like 2 bottles, and then there was like 3 of these, and then there was 2 of the other one, and because they were right next to each other. But anyway,
people get confused.
They do.
They don't take the time.
Did you want to try a little bit of the one from last
if anything,
week
that'll calibrate our palates to vino. Set palate to vino.
Yeah. So we've got wine to start out, and then you last week brought over 2 bottles of Russian River Pliny the Elder.
Yes.
Which has been nice that we've been having a little bit more supply of that lately. Thanks to, like I said, obviously,
family members
visiting from that area and bringing some here. But what made it a little bit different is that they had brought some in. It must have been in November. The bottle is from October.
Right. Yeah.
You committed a cardinal sin and did not drink it.
I know. I think I even have one more of those at the house too. So if we like that one better, I've got, maybe you should be aging it. Who knows?
So in having that one, and then you got a fresh one, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, we could try these. And I was like, that's a great idea. We've never gotten to do that. So the one I looked is from February. So it's from basically about a month ago.
Right.
The other one is from about 5 months ago.
Yep.
Is that right? 5 months? Yeah.
October.
Middle of October.
January, February, March. Yeah.
Okay. So 5 months and 1 month. That'll be a kind of a fun little thing. That's the more comparison thing that we're doing. This one just happened to be that I still had some of this left, and I was like, "Oh, I'll save this because I'm gonna get that bottle."
You had it pumped there.
I did all of these things. Beaujolais, very dry. Yeah, we've got Beaujolais. We had this. This is the one we had last week. It's right around $11 or $12. It's really good. Like I said, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It is not as fruit forward as some of obviously like California Reds and some of the other things that I usually gravitate toward, but the complexity was really nice, and especially at that price. I thought that was kind of a nice thing. The other one, the Puy Fusé, not quite as cheap. That one's closer to $30, but definitely the Pulp Fiction reference that I think I make every time. You can tell where your money went. You're like, oh, there's a little bit more nuance to there than have certain other Chardonnays that I would go for. So about to head on my flight to Arizona tomorrow. Looks like next week will be somewhat hot, but not too crazy. Under 100 is okay with me. Yeah, you should be like in the 80s. Should be like in the 80s. Nice looking vino. It is.
Still, but yesterday we had a high of like 60. No, not yesterday. Tuesday we had a high of like 62. And then yesterday, I think we were around 70. And then today, I think it's
81 was supposed to be the
something
high.
Somewhere around there. So, yeah. All right.
Warming up next week. Yeah, it's going to warm up a little bit next. I think we may hit the 90s while I forget. What are you're doing the festival, right? Aren't you here for some music playing? Crocodile makes a
in
trip
what
here once in a while.
Part of what? Central, northern,
Cave
southern?
Creek?
Oh,
Green
that.
Creek?
Okay. All right.
Correct me on all these things, Crocodile. I apologize.
Kind of be up in that. Well, not quite there, but. There is the coolest. This glass is so big, I can look at my wine quite easily. There's the coolest, like purple, like violet-y purple color coming from it, from the edges.
Supposed to be 70 here next week. There you go, Lucky.
Yeah.
That's nice. Be at the Ren Fest the next 2 weekends, and then during the week with my mom. Nice. That's right. I forgot. That's right. His mom lives here in that area.
Ren is in renovation?
Renaissance Festival.
Oh, Renaissance. Oh,
Ren
that's
Fest.
right. That's right.
Keith, get with the hipster
I'm
times.
sorry.
It's Ren Fest.
Ren.
Yeah.
Ren Fest.
Yeah, they're huge fans of the cartoon Ren and Stimpy. They get together. Everyone dresses up like that. Like to do that.
I never watched any of those.
I did. It was always
I
creepy.
know those were
liked it,
big.
though.
Yeah.
Mom has a very large chore list for me. That sounds like a very mom thing to do.
It does.
I'm going to keep you busy, sonny boy, while you're here. I don't know if
Is she
really
old and Scottish?
I don't know.
Or Irish?
I don't know. Crocodile, was I right?
I'm
on any
going
of
to
that
keep
stuff?
you very busy.
Every kid wants a log. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's Ren and Stimpy right there. It's good. It's a little thin, maybe, than what I remember from last week.
Lost a little bit of
obviously, yeah, lost
there was a little
bit
more
of
fruit, but the taking the air out always helps.
Yeah,
for sure.
It definitely is still good because actually I think Planty had one of these in the other day too. And it's been on a Scottish kick since St. Patrick's. A little Irish, a little Scottish. I was doing more Irish the other day when that came up somehow.
Were you wearing green while you were streaming?
I didn't because I was hoping to be pinched.
I was going to say, can you be pinched in the...
I was hoping for some over the internet pinches.
In the internet space?
Yeah, the whole internet pinches. I was hoping.
Magic wine.
It's magic wine. Look at it disappear. He's a wizard.
It's gone.
He's a wizard, Harry. Main difference between obviously the Beaujolais and the Beaujolais-Villages that we're going to have is the regions. The Beaujolais is mostly from the south. The other is from areas in the northern half of Beaujolais. So these are usually called by the French expressive wines, and they consider them better for slightly more elevated cuisines because of their touch of extra structure and complexity.
Wow. Okay.
So it should be a little bit extra something there. Hello, Baker. How are you? It is good to see you.
Maybe we did miss
Baby
that.
Bros. Paco, it's good to see you.
I'm sorry that we missed the greetings, especially with the cheers, with the mugs there. So...
Paco, how's it going? It's good to see you.
Hello.
All right.
So these are more delicious. Northern half of Beaujolais.
They say these are a touch more expensive, usually
south.
16 to 25.
Okay.
But again, this one was about the same price. This is the proper Planty wine. That is correct. So we have the Beaujolais-Villages, and it is also, this is the one that was featured, I guess, in the Last of Us TV show.
And this has one extra year. It's
this one is
the Beaujolais is a 2023. The Village is a 2022.
Okay.
So more age on it.
Give me a fresh wine.
Give me, yeah. None of this old wine.
I was waiting for that.
There are snails on her plate.
Ooh, that had a good pop. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that video you sent. The link to, the sommelier, the Andre Houston Mack. Or
oh yeah. I love that guy. I was glad it came across my page again, and so did I send you the Trader Joe's one?
You sent me the Trader Joe's spirits one. Which then led right into the Trader Joe's wine one, which I watched. And then I actually watched the Trader Joe's or the Costco, the Kirkland wine one as well.
I think I have watched that one. How did you like that one?
But I just like that guy. He's very approachable and style and
it's good. It's really good editing. Very he makes all the information very approachable for me.
I like that glass he has where he rolls it for the spirits.
Oh, I did too.
And I want to get wine glasses like he has too. I know those are not super special, but that's the first time I'd ever seen something like that for a spirit. where you roll that has that long,
Yeah,
kinda long neck
that was interesting.
or long stem almost.
For his next trick, he'll make the second glass of wine disappear. That's the idea. That is the idea. These are my Renfest tricks.
But that was the guy I had heard. I told you on the Sporkful, and one of the things he credited getting into wine and wanting to be a sommelier was watching Frasier.
Oh,
And I wanted you to be able to listen to that podcast, but
that's so frustrating.
they don't have the archive for it, which
so
is
weird.
Which is weird.
I wonder if
it's only
did you search for it on YouTube at all?
it didn't on YouTube.
I wonder if it's like in video form. Like
it's
that.
only like from 3 years ago, so it's not like it was that long ago that I listened to that. But also I thought this might be that same guy, and yeah, it's really good. I think we agreed with him on a lot of things, not everything though. Like it seemed like he kind of liked the Trader Joe's $15 whiskey. He didn't like the sour mash one, but he
did like the one. He was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I almost sent you a video. There's these two guys that I watch. I should say like the one. It's like I call him the old man and the kid. Because it's this one guy who's probably I think he's about 30, and then it's his stepdad, and they do a bourbon, like it's mostly bourbon, but it could be whiskeys or scotch or any of that. So it's that kind of stuff. And they put up like 3 videos a week. Like they cruise through videos. But anyway, I like the old man a little bit better. He seems to be at least a little bit more my palate is, and a little bit more normal. The kid will all of a sudden just be like way out there, like this smells like pencil shavings rubbed in.
Well, that's the Andre.
And it's like oh my god! But like, yeah, that'd be like a normal one for like when he's like, you ever have like a Cinnabon and it sat out for 3 years, and then like it's just like they're just so far out there, some are just like so gross, and then the old guy will say something and he'll be like, what does that mean? And it's like, oh my God, that's the simplest of phrases. It's just little things where you're just like, he's one of those people just annoys you for no reason. Like he's not doing it on purpose. Like he just is. Anyway, I watch them anyway here and there, especially depending on what they're doing. But they did a blind tasting, which I think is cool. He'll sometimes have his wife or pick out like a blind tasting for them, and they'll just try it. So it could almost be kind of anything.
They've gotten that idea from us.
I know, you wonder. But I guess they have an app now, and you can go in and scan all the whiskey and scotches and stuff that you have. And then within the app, you can say, put together a blind, and you can have the app make a blind for you and say like, I want to try 5 of my bourbons that I have that are under $50 that are like whatever. And you can do that, and it can say it. And then you just hit like, then he had his wife pour those 4 for him, and then they tried them. And, the winner was the Trader Joe's Barrel Proof.
Really?
And they were upset.
Oh, wow.
They were upset because I guess for some reason they don't usually like Buffalo Trace. Because at some point, they kept being a little frustrated when it got toward the end. And like they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it, whatever. And I was like, and they're like, oh, it's Trader Joe's. And then finally one of them said like, I know it's Buffalo Trace, but like, so that finally came out because I thought they were just upset that it was Trader Joe's, which is like whatever. Okay. But then they did know, but I guess they normally don't like Buffalo Trace. But it went up, they had it go up against Antique 107 from Weller and like some just other heavy hitters where I was like, oh, I wonder where this is going to be. And yeah, it wound up coming in for, and they're like, this one's $25. Like, I don't even know if you can get this all the time. And I was just like, I was just laughing. I need to send it to you just because it's, like I said, that was just funny because I was like, I thought it would do pretty well based on the 4 things they had. I can't remember what they all were, but like I said, I just remember a couple of those. And yeah, they were shocked because some of them were ones that they normally like quite a bit, and they picked that one. And I was like, well, yeah, like it's good.
Yeah.
Like if you put that in a Buffalo Trace branded bottle, that's like a $60 bottle of bourbon, if not more. Like in my opinion, like it's missing a little bit of the nuance of Stag and some other things, but it's in that ballpark where it's like, yeah, that is amazing value for $30 or less. Did it go up? What is up a little bit this year?
No, it's just 30.
30. Okay.
I mean, who knows? Of course, it's not being imported. So
I'm getting a little more like kind of black currant in this one than the other one. I remember commenting on that there was like more like bright, like cherry and some other like brighter fruits. Where this one now I'm getting some of the more darker things that I usually get. Sometimes out of this style to some extent. Like I'm getting black currant. A little bit of raspberry in there.
A little blackberry, a little bit of like
pencil shaving.
Maybe well, he did use.
There actually kind of is a little bit of something in there, like
there's a little blueberry in there too. I get a little bit of bloob.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see some blueberry in there. I like the aroma on this a lot. Yeah. This is really good.
A hint of bloob. And it's just recently opened. I don't know what the alcohol.
That's a good
little
question.
Bit of something, but little something
A
something.
little something something. 13.
Okay, that's not bad.
13. I feel like this one was 12 and a half. Yeah, 12 and a half.
Okay. That's interesting because it's all dry at the front of the tongue.
Yeah. I was just kind of noticing
It's
that.
not. I was going to say, well, that's not dry, and it's not. Except it is because it's.
Oh,
all,
wait, which is it, Keith?
Well, it's all the front. I'm used to wines being dry at the back.
Right.
This is dry at the front.
It goes away pretty quickly.
Yeah, it makes your mouth water a little bit then.
Did the
After
same-
it's dry, and then
yeah. Had these
does
chilled
that.
for a couple hours, and then I took them out about an hour ago again. So they have been sitting out. I get more of the blueberry in the taste. Like that comes through a little bit more.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of the black currant, but that's kind of like definitely more low end of the palate. I'm getting more of the raspberry, blueberry. Like I said, yeah, every time a little bit dry on the front. That's good though. That's really good. I think I like
They say
this
they
one.
do want this for food. As I was going to say,
Expressive wines. Consider
More-
them better for
slightly more
elevate cuisines because they're a touch of extra structure and complexity.
I don't know if there's a ton of structure, but
Delicious and accessible wines from more esteemed terroirs in the northern half of Beaujolais.
Beaujolais.
The previous one we had last week and that we just had a taste of, French consider those festive wines perfect for parties and hangouts.
There's not a gigantic difference for them, to me. I mean, I don't.
I definitely get heavy. Like I didn't get any of that. Like so, definitely didn't get the black currant or that. Like I mean, it's not quite earthy, but I didn't get any of that in the other one, and I definitely didn't get any blueberry. Like for me, it was more Bing cherry. It was, like I said, a little bit thinner. This one definitely is a little more dry.
Yeah.
But I
definitely
think
because of
overall,
that.
I like the complexity of this one more.
The front dryness is just throwing me off a little bit. But other than that, yeah, it's good.
It's interesting. Dry is on.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try the crew next week.
Yeah. And we're on the way. And then the Grand Cru after that.
God. Oh God.
And then the Extremely Grand Cru. No, wait.
Should have just done a flight.
That was funny. That was one thing I noticed when he tried a Trader Joe's champagne. It was the Ernest Rapinoe.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then he
yeah,
also
yeah.
tried a Kirkland champagne. And he kind of had the same response to both of them, like, this isn't really very good to me. But it was interesting, like some of the things that he liked, didn't like, and why he did. I just like listening to it, especially when there's entertainment value too.
Yeah.
And I just like, he made it very approachable to me. It was like, just kind of like you're hanging out with somebody as opposed to somebody talking with you, maybe not at you or down to you.
Right.
So that was good. But
The Kirkland one, there was one from Kirkland though that he was like, "Oh, this is a really good value for that." Like that was a
Yeah,
Was
I forgot that
was
there
it a champagne or a prosecco or
there was the Prosecco I think he liked.
okay. There was
There was
one where he was
also,
like, "Oh, this would normally be a like
Yeah.
it was kind of one of those like good value ones
Yeah.
for the flavor you were getting out of it."
And then there was something with. He was funny with the box wine. He's just like, nope. He tried it. He's like, nope. No, but yeah, those were good. I was glad that had me entertained for a little while there watching that, and then watching it reminded me of this guy. There was something in a few of the things he said that reminded me of a guy I work with, and I actually shared that with him. And then he's like, yeah, share that. He's like, also share your link to your what you and your brother do. And I was like, all right. And then he actually watched a little bit of it, and he's like, I understand why you said that. And I was like, okay, thank God. That can be dangerous territory.
It is
Like you look like this person, and you mean it as a compliment. Most of the time, I think. I don't think I'd tell somebody if you're like, yeah, you really remind me of somebody that
You remind me of John Rocker. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, sorry. Looks wise? No, your personality.
No, your personality.
And, well, and your looks, yeah.
Your added racism and homophobia and sexism. Yeah, that stuff. I think over the years, like I have slowly backed off ever making those kind of comparisons, unless sometimes something will kind of come up or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always worried because it's like, you think that, this should be a slam dunk that I say you either look like this person or sound like or whatever, and they could be like, wow, what if they hate that person for some reason?
Yeah.
Don't look at them the same way as you do, and then it's you feel like
you
you're
gotta watch
backpedaling even though you're not. You're like, I'm not. Well, I meant that as a compliment that you look like whoever. Sylvester Stallone in the later years, and it's like, oh geez.
Oh no, not that.
This is good. Yeah, I agree. There's not like a huge difference.
Right.
Like it wouldn't be one of those things where if someone handed me a bottle of either one, I'd be like, oh, I really only drink these. Like,
This is definitely drier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your non-village away from me. Oh, yeah.
How dare you think I would drink a Beaujolais from the southern hemisphere?
From the
southern region.
Southern area of Beaujolais. Are you kidding?
It's disgusting.
Buffalo beat Miami?
Yeah.
You're sick. You are sick.
Did you see I saw Clemson lost. That was kind of the big upset so far.
I saw they were losing, and then
they did lose 69 to 67.
Okay. Oh wow.
It got weirdly close. I walked away. I went and took my shower. The other McNeese, is that who it was?
Oh yeah, McNeese.
They were
State.
about like 20 with like 11 minutes left. I was like, well, this is over. All of a sudden I got the shower, and all of a sudden they're like, and the game is over. I look over, I was like, they won by 2.
Wow.
I was like, what's going on?
Wow.
They crumbled. Yeah, Clemson did terrible.
13 points.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were getting worked. I don't know what the max, like I said, the point differential was, but yeah, at one point it was definitely staying around 20.
One of the people that I follow betting wise was picking like Louisville to win today, and I saw they got. That's an 8 versus a 9, though. I mean,
yeah,
that's not really.
Right.
I don't think either one of those
Everyone
winning
keeps
is that big of a thing. So
smart money's on Duke. Is that true? It seems like
Duke. I've seen Florida. Yeah.
Arizona plays tomorrow, right? We're a 4 seed, I think I saw.
Yeah.
So after we lose that,
yeah.
I swear, if we don't at least make it to the Sweet 16, it's gonna be real frustrating.
So draft.
Although, are we in Duke's? Are we in the same?
We are same as Duke. But we wouldn't play them till the Sweet 16.
Okay. At least it'd be nice
One
to
would
make
play
it to there.
4 if you get there. So.
Are they reconsidering renaming the ACC to ass?
Well, we were a 4 seed when we won it in '97, but
we beat 3 number ones. It's the most that's ever been done.
There was a DraftKings had a boost the other day because a lot of times they'll tailor the boost to the area that you're in.
Sure.
And so they had a U of A to win it all boost.
Oh.
I
would have done that.
So
Is that still there because they haven't played?
No, it wasn't there today.
Oh, damn.
I don't think you could take a look. Maybe it'd be on yours, but so I looked up their actual number. It was like plus 5,000 or something to win it all. They had it boosted to like plus 11,120 or something. It was I know it's not there.
What's the most you can put down though? Usually like $5 or $10.
I think it was 10 or 20.
Oh, okay.
But still, I mean, if you.
No, I'm not.
But
I'm not saying. They're not going to. 97. We talking Nebraska football. We could be. No, that's the last time the U of A was really great. I remember good memories of that season. Like I said, I remember a lot of
97 was great. Yeah. 2001, so close. Lost to freaking Duke they dominated going into that game, and then then Arenas was
that
hurt.
The Jay Williams? Was that the time when Jay Williams tackled the guy and we got called for the foul? That's that famous picture where he's literally like literally elbowing him, pushing him down, and he got called for the foul.
We had Lauren Woods, Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. We should have.
Michael Wright. Who else was on that? Was it one of the Stoudemire's maybe? But yeah, that was that team.
One of the Stoudemire.
Well, we had Damon, and then we had Amari
Stoudemire.
No, not Amari Stoudemire.
Oh no.
No, it was because he played for the Suns. The other Stoudemire. There was another. Violety, more.
Definitely, I think a pretty big difference in aroma.
Yeah, definitely a difference in aroma. Yeah, definitely different.
Definitely.
Salim.
Salim Stoudemire.
Salim Stoudemire. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Amari Stoudemire was, as far as I know, never on the U of A. Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, the other one is a lot smoother, actually. Just completely, I poured a little bit more of the other one. Like I said, it's definitely...
That's the old one?
Yeah, that one's definitely a lot smoother. The dryness isn't there. I think the
So you're saying the old one is smoother?
one we had last week
Yes.
is smoother.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah. Oh, not older by a year. I get where that
No.
confusion happened there.
I knew, but for some reason in that exchange, I was getting confused.
Okay.
So the Beaujolais
Yep.
is smoother
Correct.
than the Beaujolais-Villages.
Yes.
That's what I say. Village. Omelette du fromage.
If I could take the smoothness out of the Beaujolais, but then have all the flavors of the other one, that would probably be my perfect.
There we go. Oh, it's a
I like
blend.
those better. Yeah, can maybe just blend those two together.
There we go.
Beaujolais-Villages is Beaujolais squared villages. That's what it is. Beaujolais squared villages.
It's our crew.
It's
the crew.
Yeah.
Crew blend. We finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Speaking of crew.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Nice. Okay.
Finished that.
So is it time to finally buy Apple TV?
I think it's getting close. Yes.
Oh my God, this man.
I have I have 30 Rock active right now, and I started watching. Have you ever watched New Girl?
I've watched some of that when it originally came out. Not a ton, but I have some of it.
I've been like season 1.
I've heard it's good. No,
It's kind of like
it's
it seems kind of like a Friends-ish. In fact, one of the girls at work who's actually Alana's age, she had mentioned that she watches it, and I told her I started watching it. She's like, it's kind of like Friends, and I said, actually, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the same, but that's
it's just light and sitcom-y, and like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I like what's her name? Who's in it? Like I said, she's
Zoe
good. Yeah, Zoe Deschanel. Yeah, Zoe Village.
Zoe
Village.
Beaujolais Village.
Beaujolais. Zoe Beaujolais.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really started anything new. We still need to finish watching Severance.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of clips. Oh, because I guess apparently they are going to do another season of Ted Lasso. So
Really?
that's official. They're right. It is currently being written and whatever else. Like it sounds like he's going to be coaching a women's team or something. I don't know. Like it's like he admitted like a couple little things. He's like, well, I can't say anything else now. Like whatever. But yeah, I guess so. They are writing a season 4.
Oh.
But yeah,
I love that show.
That coming out, then I've like caught all these spoilers from the 3rd season. I was like,
Okay.
whatever. Got Pliny hooked on Ted Lasso. Yeah, lucky he messaged me about that today. Yeah. I still need to watch season 3. I gain less and less enthusiasm to do it.
Oh,
the
you
farther it
should
goes
though.
away.
It's so good. It's so good. Pretend that you don't know there's a season 4.
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
This is going to be it. And it's just, yeah, it was really good. I that's why they better continue to live up to their previous standards, because I was very satisfied.
That's what kind of everyone said. It felt like it was done.
Very happy with it.
He goes back to his home and all that kind of stuff.
I'm very happy with that being as much as I loved it
and everything else.
Oh well, that was.
Was that part
wasn't
that season?
No.
Oh, that must be in season 4.
That's in the outtakes.
That season. That's in the outtakes.
As in he takes it out.
Love me some Roy Kent. Hope he comes back. I don't know if they've said who they've re-signed or not. Like there was a little bit of talk of that.
It's only Jason Sudeikis. I'm just kidding.
It's everyone loves Sudeikis.
Yeah,
he's actually a Raymond parody.
Yeah, no, okay.
Oh, also
right.
Big news. Thinking about how you brought me over a couple of the dark chocolate peanut butter porters.
Yes.
Lucky in chat actually made his way to the Trader Joe's and picked up some of those and picked up the candies
goodness.
as well. Yeah.
Wow.
It was
all right.
It was. I think it was mildly on the way because he was taking Paco to the airport and whatnot.
Oh, they were talking about.
But yeah,
that
he said
week.
he bought. I think did you wind up buying the tub of the dark chocolate peanut butter, or did you just? I can't remember what you said. But then you bought some of the porters as well, and he had one of those the other day. We were playing some games together, and he's like, "This is really good."
Okay.
And so he was very happy.
There's
with
about
it.
3 cases left at work. If you want more than 2.
It's about a 2-hour drive for him to get to the nearest Trader Joe's.
Oh man.
Plan T. Yeah, exactly. Plan T. Apparently, Plan T changed his name in chat again. If we see him.
Planty?
Instead of Planty, he changed it to Plantea. Because he didn't want like the extra stuff after it. So he was like, oh, what name could I come up with? And then he still had to have like an underscore after. I was like, why did you change it if you still need to have an underscore?
Was there extra?
It said like Planty, and then there was like an underscore and then like a letter or something. Like he had to do something to get that part of his name. Okay. Because you can't do it. Like if he wanted to have just Planty the way he spelled it out, he would have to put like 8 Y's. We were joking about like how many would you have to put, because everyone like has had
Planty.
Yeah. So then as soon as he changed his name, then we were joking. We were like, oh, you're Plan T. So then we were saying it differently. He's like, oh, I hate what I've done. So got the chocolate, the porter, and some elote. The
elote corn chips are delicious. They kind of almost have a Cool Ranch sort of flavor and vibe. So yeah.
A Cool Ranch vibe.
Yeah.
I like Cool Ranch vibes. Do. Need to take a cooler with me next time. Yeah, that's what he was talking about, because he's like, yeah, I walked around and all the frozen stuff looks like he was just talking about all the things that looked really good. And I said, yeah. So that kind of drive, yeah, you would need a cooler to come with you.
Yeah, probably
like
would be a good idea
if you want stuff to still be frozen when you get back. Oh man, well that was really good. That was kind of an unexpected comparison.
Yes, it's good that you still had some left.
I did have some of that left, so we were able to try it. Like I said, yeah, I don't know which one did you wind up liking better.
Pour me another splash of last week's, of the Beaujolais. No Village. Hold the Village.
We drank a Beaujolais to innocence. The most Jadot that's ever been in my house before.
You don't want Planty to be upset. I actually think I would just pick the Beaujolais. It's just smoother. I don't
that dryness.
That dryness on the front is just, it's a little too much for me.
Yeah, that is a little bit like feel like I'm working past to get to the thing that I enjoy a little bit more. But it is, I think overall I might agree with you.
If that dryness was on the back, then I probably could compute that as that just would be more where it would seem to fit.
I could rotate my dryness.
That's right. Rotating dryness.
I don't know what that means. Yeah. Oh, man.
So, but just overall drinking,
especially knowing they're about the same price, like price not being a factor at all whatsoever.
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Well, it's awesome that we had the experience.
It was. Yeah, that was nice that we got forced into that.
We have Louis Jadot.
we have Jadot.
I
think we have Jadot enough for a little bit. I think we definitely have done enough of that.
We've Jadot.
Yeah, we'll probably do some mixed drink things next week, since I finally bought the Liquor 43 that we've been talking about for a while now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I got that, which will be in basically a kind of a kicked up espresso martini is kind of what they have.
Oh, are we going to do the
Carajillo, I think, as well. I'll make sure. I think I have all the other stuff. I'll have to double check. I think it was just, wasn't it literally that and espresso?
And 3, like half.
Was there
half
vodka in there too? No, there's no vodka in there either. No,
those two things.
Yeah. I'll have to show you a picture of the guy that I keep getting his videos. And I'm like, oh, yeah, what's he talking about? Like I tell you, because he was the one that did the Carajillo and whatever.
Oh yeah,
he's got a really good beard going on.
Oh, just like you do.
No, it's way better than mine. Like he's got a very good looking beard. This thing's kind of scrappy. I don't know. Finally, a haircut on Monday though. I'm very excited about that. Very excited about that. But the real comparison that we wanted to do was of some Pliny the Elder's, one that's got a little bit age on it, but has been stored properly.
Correct. Oh, yes. Of course.
Stored properly. That one is from October.
Overly stored.
Possibly overly stored.
Extra stored.
That one is from October. We've got one also that is from middle of February. So we have a 5-month and a 1-month. We've done this before with some other IPAs, which was kind of interesting. We did that on purpose. This was kind of done by accident.
Yeah.
That was the Dragoon. We realized don't go more than like 2 months in a Dragoon IPA, apparently. Or at least on those.
Yep.
And then what was the other one we tried?
Tower Station.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. Some like it old and some like it. Oh, wait. No, that's not. I don't think that's true. Power Station.
That's Power Station.
Okay.
Exactly.
Damn.
Prague, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you? Good evening. So the next one that we've got going on is this. We're going to have a Pliny the Elder. Hence, obviously, we love Russian River. We've had many things of theirs on the podcast, of course, many, many times. What drinks are y'all trying today? We just enjoyed, actually, where is it? Hold on. Is my button still there? It is. We've got Pliny the Elder double IPAs. I actually wrote that there first, funny enough, but we're doing that second. We just had the Jadot Beaujolais-Villages.
Oh, Village. Like fromage.
Like fromage, but village.
Yes.
We had a regular Beaujolais from them last week. This was Planty's suggestion. And that was the one we actually picked. I think we like that one a little bit better, the regular Beaujolais, not the Beaujolais-Village.
It'll be interesting to
But both
hear.
inexpensive for the most part, $12, right around.
Plenty picks up on that dryness at the front as well. I mean, you and I both got it, but
yeah,
we're
definitely.
very similar in our tasting. So you're not going to find
It's true.
You're not going to find worlds apart.
No.
Usually, opinion wise, every once in a while we have something, but when it gets really crazy,
It doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
Unfortunately for the viewers. So anyway, so we've got this one. Like obviously, we've had this beer many a times.
Yes.
Like I said, obviously we love this one. This profile, like I said, this definitely classic West Coast piney IPA. And that's actually what I read. That's why they didn't realize that I guess this actually should be Pliny. This came up at some point that his name was because his name was Plinus. And so his nickname was Pliny the Elder.
Oh, okay.
But they'd been calling it Pliny for so long, and then when they realized it, they just kept saying it that way. And then people said, like, "Oh, were you calling it Pliny because of piney?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's it."
Sure.
So anyway,
Of
that's why it's
course.
called Pliny. So we don't need to hear that correction night. Then it results in arm wrestling and Keith showing off his guns. That's true.
Yes.
That's why we don't get to do it very
Yeah,
often.
you don't get to see those Derringer coming out too often.
But anyway, so we've got both of these. We're going to go take a little bit of a break. We're going to grab some glasses. Are we just going to do them one at a time as opposed to having
I was thinking about that, and I thought I might be nice to have them in two different glasses.
You want them about
What
both
do
open
you
at the same
think?
time? That's fine as long as we drink them quick enough. I don't want them to go bad. Kidding.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got enough glasses
Pound
for that,
it.
so we can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Do you want to
'cause
know
I think
which
we
is
might wanna-
which?
Oh,
I mean, because I could very easily, because it's just written on what's on the bottle. So I
Right.
could pull one out. I don't know which. I have them both in there.
oh, okay.
So I could pull one out. We could pour it. I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
see the date, and then this one was
Oh,
the
yeah.
left, this on the right.
oh yeah,
So-
and
Yeah.
neither one of us would know until.
Right.
Yeah, I think let's do a surprise.
Oh my gosh, this could be.
gonna
This could be bold. This
It's the
could be
blind
bad.
Pliny tasting.
Oh my gosh, all those things.
It's
All
a
right,
blind tasting. I don't know.
that almost worked.
Almost. It almost landed.
Be right
Not
back.
quite. Let's get it off the runway.
Some good jams right there, right?
It was good jams.
Making it happen, I tell you. Thank you guys all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Oh man, I love me some IPAs. Well, hopefully
Oh man.
you enjoy this type of IPA because this is definitely, I still feel one of the kings of the West Coast kind of IPA, wouldn't you say?
It's a double, actually, technically, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's true.
Because it's 8.
It is
or
right at
9?
like 8%.
Okay. Right.
I would look, but I don't want to look too closely because it might reveal the date.
The date. Yeah, you don't want to look at that.
All right, so we're going to do this, you said, as a blind tasting.
I think so.
We're going to not know which is which.
Fortunately, the labels are exactly the same.
Yeah, thankfully.
The back label is not, and that one should be quite easy to not look at. So.
Yeah, so we just won't look at that. It's kind of on the side or whatever where that part is. So to reiterate quickly, once again, we've got one that's about 5 months old, but stored properly. We have another one that's basically about a month old that was just brought to us as well.
Yes.
So we're going to see, as we have done with other IPAs in the past, like how much of a difference does that make? Because I know that's something we talk about. Like I know with you, because we're as are a lot of places now, but I think especially with us, with like I said, some of the local bottle shops that we've had, whether it's Tap and Bottle or Caps and Corks or other places that we go to, we are not at any kind of a shortfall when it comes to fresh and delicious IPAs of any sort.
Correct.
So if you pick one up and that one happens to be 4 or 5 months old, it's very easy just to go to the one to the right of it, and it's only a month or two old, and you know it's going to be a little fresher, you know it's going to have a little more bang for its buck and all that kind of stuff. So how much of a difference does that make on one of the, I feel, one of the best in the business? We're gonna find out right now.
I like how you went with your Russian River shirt as well. I went with the beer Arc.
There you go.
Although the Arc isn't really going to go much past that, probably. I was thinking this was the wine. And then we were going to jump.
That's true, yeah.
We're going to have a different
That's
Arc.
not bad.
A commingling of
I'm
beverage
just pulling
arcs.
one of these out.
Okay.
I'm not going to look.
Hey, don't look.
Pour, and then I will set it off to the side. Keep my, I think it's
Keep
there.
your-
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I got my hand over the side
date.
there.
Yeah, fortunately, they don't write it in huge letters.
No,
Huge numbers.
I would have to really look at it, especially. So we'll just do, so this is going to be the one.
very silent, reverent moment.
I know. Well, I'm trying to think. As I'm pouring this, I'm like, okay.
You pour yourself more.
Okay, making sure it's
Don't look.
that way.
Don't look.
All right, so this is going to be the right.
Number one.
Oh, you want to do that as number one? Okay.
Or however.
Yeah, all right, yeah, number one.
Whatever, or
okay.
it can be. No, it can be. Okay, there we go. They can go that way.
So the right?
All right.
Okay, so that is the right one that I poured
The
first.
right one.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, right one is going to be the back bottle. Then.
Well, then we can line it up the different way.
It's fine as long as we remember it.
Okay. And we have video proof.
That's true.
Right
we
now.
have video proof. We have chat to remember all this, all that stuff.
Help us chat. We might.
All right. This almost seems
Your only
criminal
hope.
opening up back-to-back Pliny the Elders, but if it's for science, we'll do it.
Oh my God, that was a funny episode with when Carrie Fisher was on one of the 30 Rock episodes. She was like Liz Lemon's inspiration for wanting to be a writer.
That's already different in color.
It's different in color.
I think that might have given it away.
And then she said, "Help me, Liz Lemon. You're my only hope."
Oh, did she? That's
Yes.
funny.
That is
That
very
is-
different.
That is very different just in color alone. I
I'm
almost
not gonna
feel
let the color.
I feel that may have almost you've given everything
You've
away. I
given
know where the
everything
poison
away.
is.
All right, so
Oh, man. Happy Keith. Hey Bevy. Kai, how's it going? Good to see you.
the left one is the second one,
Yeah.
and the second one is the front one.
Yeah.
Okay, whew, we got that.
And that's on the left side.
halfway. Yeah. In case we
Well,
have to
because
go
now
back.
this almost does match up because the left one is the first one. The front bottom.
Oh, I got it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So just on color alone right now, this might be hard for everyone to see here in chat.
Very
It is a
different.
little different. It is quite different. One is more yellow, golden. The other, I should say, one is more yellow. The other one is a little more golden.
Gold or orangey almost.
Gold or orangey.
Yeah.
So just on that alone, I would almost say that the right one is the older one.
That's what I would guess.
That would
Yeah.
be my initial reaction. Well, that one smells delicious. I
Yeah.
really hope this plays out this way because the one on the left definitely much more flavorful. Like
Yes.
the aroma
Yes.
already. Like
There's definitely more of the onion ring going on in the
Yeah.
right. The
a little harder to
batter.
even like initially get the nose.
yeah, it's more.
Whereas this
deep-
one, as I'm
deep
bringing
notes,
it up to
this
my
is-
nose, I was like,
yeah.
boom.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
though, you're right. The one on the darker one is a little more cloudy, Kai. You're actually right. That
Yep.
was a good pickup on that. That is
Wow,
also
and even
true.
on the screen you can see
Look
that.
at that. You can,
Good
you
job,
can
Kai.
actually tell that pretty good. Probably because you can read through the shirt. Good call.
Dehydrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to drink more water. It's not the right color. Okay. Yeah,
I would be shocked if it's the other way around.
if it
I
is
would
the
be
other way around,
I would
then
be shocked.
everything we know about beer and especially Pliny the Elders out the window.
I know.
That's just delicious.
This is so good.
Yeah.
I just love that one because even as like piney and savory as that one is, it's still almost refreshing in some
Oh
way.
yeah, yeah.
Because there's
Very
just the
easy
right
to
amount of little
drink.
sweetness in there too.
Yeah.
The vessel with the pestle. Exactly. You just don't know what to do with that, do you?
No, not right now.
Also, still very good, more bitter.
Yeah.
That one's a little more bitter.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it, just not what that one is.
Yeah. Definitely drink fresh. Is what
Well,
there's no
as
way.
far as we know.
There's no way. If it is the other way right now, I will literally just turn off the stream. We will literally just stop the stream right now.
Just be those bars of color.
Where's the colors go? Yep, we will just turn off
Some
immediately.
music. And we'll see you next week, everyone.
Now, the only thing that's possible is there can be a bad batch.
Could be.
Doesn't happen very often, but that definitely has happened.
Could be. Yeah.
I'd assume the dehydrated one would taste more bitter. Actually, well, it depends on which one's Are you calling the left one dehydrated? Is that what you were
No,
saying?
the first one. First one, which is
Our
our
first
right
on the
one.
right? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Yes.
it is more bitter. The cloudy one. Yes.
Yes.
It is because I think it's missing a lot of the floral that the other one has. So
Yeah.
that nuance is like not come through at all. This has got to be open. Okay, so the first one we were saying is the one on the left, right? Correct? Because it's this one.
Yes.
Yeah, 217.
Okay.
Yeah, February 17th. We don't have to shut off the podcast.
All right.
That was easy.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Yes. All right. So definitely a difference.
Definitely drink fresh. Even
Drink fresh?
stored properly makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Do you want more of either one of these?
No, I should be good with this.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
pour
enjoy
these.
since you don't have to drive.
Oh, jeez. There was a lot more in that one.
Good.
Damn it. This was not a good one. No, I'm just kidding.
Drink that one first.
This one was garbage. Yeah, that's true.
It's already bad, but yeah.
It's already...
But drink it first
What's
anyways.
the expiration of this?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh gosh, that's terrible. It's not quite that dark, Kyle.
No, it's not that dark.
It's not quite that dark.
In
It might look
comparison,
like that
yes.
on the screen. At least to
Yeah.
us, it does not look quite that
No,
dark.
it's not that bad.
I guess on the screen, it might look in that ballpark. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, that's a great lesson, and yeah, you don't want to. Well, and they say it's like Stone's Enjoy by is 35 days, and
Is it that short?
I thought it was 35. Yeah,
I feel like it isn't long. Because they have one right now that isn't, though they have a 420 out right now.
it used to be drink within 35 days, but
Oh, was it there? Okay. I trust you. I'm sure you saw it.
but it may have changed.
See, they already have a 420 out.
And that could be
So that would
today's
wonder when
320.
that one. When did that release? 2012. Oh wait, I can't remember.
Yeah, I
You
wonder
might
if we're
be,
gonna
yeah,
see-
it might be
wonder if
like
we're gonna see
yeah,
the
it
wall,
might.
though.
You're right. It might have been like just over a month. Those are really good though too.
Yep.
But yeah, it's amazing how those can happen. Mills, how's it going? Cheers to you. We are also cheersing a beverage
Yes.
right now. Yeah, I forget what their wording is on here. They do say like enjoy fresh or whatever.
I wonder if they're going to have
8%.
wonder if we'll have Waldo available this year for us, the Lagunitas, but
I hope
I don't
so.
know.
We
did.
should.
I heard
probably-
it didn't even come to Arizona last year.
Oh, is that true?
That's what either one of our people at Tap and Bottle mentioned that to me. I
Oh,
can't remember
okay.
which one it was, but
I mean, because we were surprised to find the Willet one. Or
Yeah,
the,
that was
sorry,
good.
not the Willet. The
Willetized.
The Willetized.
Willetized.
Did they blaze the 420? I mean, that's basically what the reference is for all that stuff. They're really good though, because they put in a lot of hops, so that's their sticky, icky, dank IPA or whatever from Lagunitas.
Yes.
How is the one you both are sipping on? Well, they're both good.
Both. Yes.
The one that's 1 month old that is super fresh is amazing.
Yes. Much better.
And the other one is like, okay, I can
Yeah.
tell that it's got a little bit of age on it. So that just kind of goes to prove, like I said, definitely look at the dates on your cans when you're getting an IPA.
I could just say, hey, do you want an IPA? And just pour it. I wouldn't tell you what it is necessarily, because I'm sure, obviously Russian River wants you to drink this one fresh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's a
you can tell the
reason.
difference. Yeah. You can tell even just by, like I said, if you
The
miss
color.
out, just even color alone, this being the fresher one. And like I said, just aroma, flavor, just everything. And some things are going to age a little quicker than others. Like I said, because of probably the dry hopping they do in here, because of everything else, that just goes away a little bit quicker.
But this is one we can't get where we live in Arizona.
No.
Because they sell in California. I still always remember they have Arizona, and then they go way.
They go to Pennsylvania or something like. It was like they
skip
leap over.
us.
Yeah, they skip us, but then they distribute. Yeah, I don't
Even
know.
though I had read an article many years ago that their original brewing equipment actually came out of Bisbee, beer brewing company.
Really, I had no idea. Pliny's?
Or
Russian
Russian
River?
Rivers.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that's I had read that. I was like, so why don't you come to Arizona? You should. That's where it all started for you with that equipment. But yeah, no. So we do make semi-frequent trips to California, and I'm fortunate enough to have family in California that is kind enough to go shopping and bring us some Pliny.
You said you have more of the which you have more of.
I probably just have one more of the old one, and maybe two or two. I had one. I gave one to brother-in-law. Brought one here. I have 2 or 3 left, probably.
Of the fresh
Of
ones?
the fresh one, yeah.
Oh, we better make sure those get drank.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that.
We'll be having a Pliny for the next 3 weeks.
Bring
on the
our own
podcast.
beers to the game next week.
God. Oh my God, would that be amazing?
Walk in it, yeah. As long as it's in a clear container. Okay.
Yeah. As long as it's in a clear container. But yeah, this is still one of my favorites. I think it's the gold standard for this style of IPA, West Coast IPA. Malt, a little bit malty. Like I said, definitely very piney. savory. Like I said, the dank is there a little bit, but I don't think it's as over the top. Like, I don't even think it's like as like bitter as like a Stone IPA, even like just their regular IPA. Like I said, it's not quite that bitter. Like I said, there's definitely bitterness there, but I think this one, what sends it over the top is just, again, it's all the nuance of the other flavors in there. So,
and they do so many other good beers as well. Other good
so many good. Oh, their sours are so amazing.
Their sours,
too.
Their other IPAs. I mean, go to their website and they just do so many good things. In fact, this would have been like next weekend. I think is their release party for the Pliny the Younger, which is their triple IPA, which we will get to have hopefully next year. We'll be out there. Maybe we'll do a little live.
That would be cool.
Not maybe video show. Maybe it will be
a little live drive. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Who knows?
Never a good sign on a beverage show when you ask how many are left and there's a big pause.
Well, I wanted to be accurate. That's why I give you the pause. I could have just fired out numbers and
he was like, "What number should I say?" Where Andrew just won't come barreling over to my house.
Oh no! I have not been really drinking very much at all.
I don't either. Like the beer section of my fridge is actually kind of like I got those.
I know I keep bringing you beer, and I'm like, oh, maybe he doesn't want them.
Well, I will drink them. Like I said, I need to. It's just funny. Like I've just definitely, it's been either more cocktails or just having whiskey, or sometimes like nothing at all. Like sometimes just just drinking like a little bit less in some regard here and there. But actually, after Mills had brought it up the other day, I did have a revolver. Like I said, since we had talked, like because that's what we had with the. With the whiskey and the coffee, the black.
That was really good.
Yeah, I made one of those the other day, so I was like, couldn't pass that up. And actually, when Prague was in chat the other day, she was talking about sour beers, that she's a sour beer fan. So yeah, definitely look up Russian River for sour beer stuff because they are, again, super top tier when it comes to that stuff too. So this is where you've been going on all those long breaks over to Keith's house to rob the beer for it.
He doesn't have to rob it. I only brought you one extra one because I was thinking, well, you're not drinking a lot of beer either. So I don't want to just be like, here, I'm going to bring it over here and it's sitting here or can just sit in one of our fridges.
No, if it's IPAs, I'll probably try and, like I said, or that Pedal House one, I'll probably drink that maybe tomorrow or something. And that Vacation Land, I'll probably drink that too. But like what I've
Big Spill Pilsners,
I've stocked up on more of, I definitely have some sours because I know that they'll sit. And that porter, I was like, okay, if that sits around for a little bit, that'll be fine. So I've got some more like darker beer things. So like that's kind of what's been sitting.
I did buy one of those for myself too.
The porter?
It
was good.
It was. I was able to, tell people, obviously your mileage may vary, as you would say, but taste wise, it had the chocolate, had the peanut butter, it had those flavors. It wasn't overly sweet, and it was done really well. So. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll even grab another one before it's all said and done because that will age just fine. In there. And right now I'm just not in that particular mood. But so,
of the two of you, who is more likely to have the secret fridge to hide those favorites? You talking about like beer wise?
If it's whiskey, it's you.
If it's whiskey,
you don't need a fridge for your whiskey.
That's true. Yeah, if it's whiskey, I would have to hide it a little more. My wife. Like I said, it's a good problem to have because then there's not a problem if I say, oh, I'm going to buy something. But like I said, my wife definitely enjoys bourbon and was like no scotch. She really does like the single malts so that we had, unfortunately, those American single malts from Westward, which are a little pricier. She does like those too.
Those are so good.
But she is a huge and like higher proof stuff too, which like always impresses me. Like I think she can probably even initially on certain things, higher proof wise, enjoy that quicker than I can. So. But yeah, alcohol probably you don't really have to hide very much.
Not alcohol, no, and none of them really. And if by hide you mean like to just like squirrel them away for a rainy day or something like that, I think we both are kind of that way.
I think we both do that a little bit
more. I think we just do that, especially certain things that will age or certain things that that are special occasion beers. Though.
I mean, I still have one or two bottles of the Merkin. Like I got that. Like that was one when we liked that one. Like I said that when you had it's the Merkin Vineyards, but it's Kadusha Cellars. Catechus or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like their winery or whatever. When you had that in a Trader Joe's and we did that on a podcast. I was
the Chupacabra?
Yeah, the Chupacabra one. Like I said, I think I wound up getting like 3 more of those from you or something. And I've had one of them, but I've kept the other 2. So like I said, I think when I find something, special that's going to be able to hang out, I do that. My wife makes fun of me all the time because there are a couple whiskeys that I've found that are a little harder to get, at least in our area, or can't find them at all. And one of them is it's an E.H. Taylor. I think it's a single barrel as opposed to their small batch. but it literally looks like the exact same canister because it's that round. If you're familiar with E.H. Taylor, it's this round canister, and like I said,
The yellow.
the writing is exactly the same, except instead of saying small batch, it says single barrel on there. So that was one at some point, like through a waiting in line for hours, like I was able to get. So I have that. Like I said, we have a little corner hutch where we keep a lot of those kind of whiskeys and bourbon stuff, and so I have that down on the bottom. And at some point, like the E.H. Taylor ones, I'd had some of those in front, and she was like, "Oh, we've got 2 more of those. I'm going to open up." And I was like, "Well, that one at the back is actually not the same as the other one, so make sure you don't open that." And she was like, "Oh, we'll put a note on there so I don't do that back." So I put a note on there. It literally says no. And then now I get a hard. She's like, "He puts notes on the ones I can't have." I was like, "You told me to put a note. You literally asked me to put a note on this because you said you would accidentally." And I would too. Like
Sure.
Again, if you were not looking, the writing is it's silly how this much the same they make it look. But yeah, like I said, no. So it's funny like that comes up in family conversations or whatever. She's like, "Well, he puts note." I was like, "Told me to put a note on that."
This was a mutual discussion.
Yeah, exactly.
This was a mutual decision.
It's like, I know you're choosing to
just me.
to select this. You know what I could do? I could just go put it up on high shelf so you can't even get it. Like, do you want that? No.
Yeah.
Now we need a post-it note that just says no for an emo. I should do that. That would be pretty easy.
That would
I
be
should
funny.
do that, Lucky. No. Just my handwriting on a post-it note. Lucky, I love that idea. That would be super easy to do. Sushi, it is good to see you. How are you doing this evening, Sushi? It's good to see you.
I will do that with, especially, I don't know how many of you know this, but I work for Trader Joe's. No,
Wait, what? When did this happen? Is this recent? You just got that job.
I just got that, yeah. 20 years ago.
20 some years ago.
Especially wine-wise, I will, if something I think might be special or age well, or I'm hearing, I'll, try to get that and maybe stock away a bottle or two.
Well, especially you're always forward thinking of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, thinking of stuff like that or just special occasions. But so yeah, no, it's nice to be able to be in a position to have the storage for that and also to have the means to be able to do. Not that I know many people have much more vast. Remember, like Bruce?
Oh my god. Over to Bruce's house was nuts. We had this mutual, like I said, I mean, he moved, so like I said, we don't really get
He's
to
in Oregon,
talk to him anymore. But yeah, like I said, we had a mutual friend. We had gotten to go over his house a couple times for like bottle shares and tastings and things. Like I have a small fridge here, which is great. I have another fridge out there, which actually you gave to me when you didn't want anymore. So I think that's actually technically also your small fridge out there.
Oh wow, okay.
It's still ticking.
That's good.
Yeah, we cleaned it out.
Okay.
We clean out the ice and everything once in a while. But anyway. So like we've got a couple fridges. I do have a wine fridge, which actually I was just about to ask you about. But like we've got all those kinds of things. But he literally like the coolers you would go into like at a like bottle shop or whatever else. He had double fridges of stuff like that. Like it was before he was leaving when he was like it was the Stone Brewing their Vertical Epic series that I love so much. Like I said, they had some in there that were just absolutely fantastic. I cherish those things. He had like all of them one time. He's like, here, take one of each. I was like,
you a box.
I was like, are you kidding?
He said, what do you want?
He's like, well, I don't have the 1 and the 2 because they did like 111, 222. If you're familiar with that series, I won't get into it. But yeah, like I said, and he was like, oh, I don't have the first couple. He's like, but here you can have. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to drink these. And I was like, thank you so much. Like it was just kind of cool. But yeah, huge fridges.
Yeah. That was fun. Good times.
He started there when at Hoarding Joe's because they don't have enough to trade. That's the new name of it, Hoarding Joe's.
Hoarding Joe's. That's only with eggs.
Yeah, exactly. One dozen per day.
It's still at this point. You never know when that might change, but yeah.
Price still the same.
So, and the only price that's changed is our base egg, which are just large eggs that we used to sell for $3.49.
How does that work?
I can't remember how that is, but they're large grade
A eggs?
Grade A's, yeah.
Okay.
They were $3.49, but we had to go outside of our contract.
What does that mean?
To get we had to basically go to the open market to try to find more supply.
Oh, because you contracted a certain amount from your vendor, whatever that amount is, and you needed more.
So now those are $4.99, but none of the other eggs have gone up. So
it's cheaper it's almost the same price to get the organic ones that you always get anyway.
The pasture raised are $4.99.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah. So right. That's not a bad. I mean,
yeah, I'm trying to think we'll probably go to Costco on Saturday. Last time we were at Costco, we wound up switching, I think, I think it was the double, like the brown, like past. I don't.
Yeah, there's some you can still get at our store for like I think $3.49,
It was
$4, but not our.
I feel it was like $7. I'll have to look what size it was. It was like $7 or $8, but it was 2 dozen. It was like a dozen and a half, or it was like either 18 or 2 dozen. I can't remember what it was, but that seems to be the going rate around four. If you're at $4 or $5, like that's kind of like eggs right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Does your wine fridge still work, and do you like it? Ours like died. And we've had it dead for like a while now, but finally, I was like the other day, I was talking with my wife, and I was like. Not like we have a lot of wine, but I was like, we should probably get a wine. She's like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. We should look at that again. And we're talking about getting one that's a little more vertical than wide. Like the one we have, like held a decent amount of bottle, but it was kind of wide. And we were talking about maybe getting a taller one.
Yeah, we just started looking at when we needed ours, which is, I don't know, probably 3-4 years ago now. We got it on Amazon. I like it, but it can be loud, and I don't like that.
Okay. The fans when they kick on, you mean?
Yeah, like they can be, but I come to think of it, I haven't heard it recently, so I hope it's still working. It could mean it's not working. Every once in a while I go over there and I look at it because it has a temperature gauge on it, and it's blue, and it's very bright, so I've put a piece of black electrical tape over it, black duct tape.
Ours was blue as well, too. But we had ours kind of facing, like it was facing that way. So
but I would like it to, I'd like it to have more capacity, but overall it's good. Can't remember.
I think ours would hold up to. I think ours would hold up to 36, 24 or 36. Nice. And when we bought ours, it was the dual zone where you could put the white. And I mean, who knows, like how much that actually seals and makes a difference.
But still.
But anyway, at some point, several years ago, it finally went. I would restart it. It would kind of work, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, it would just beep because some alarm would go off. Like either. Yeah, I guess there's like a part where you could fix it, but at some point, you're just kind of like, maybe I just should get new stuff.
Yeah, that was with our last.
How much work do I want to put into this?
With our last one, I kind of narrowed it down to it being something having to do with a certain part, and then I was like, I couldn't find the part, so I was like, all right, we'll just get a new one. But we just started looking on at Amazon and just seeing what the right dimensions and all.
So that. You don't love it. It's like nothing.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
fine.
Oh, it's great.
I wouldn't. If you said, hey, I was looking at this one, and it happened to be the one that I had, I would say exactly what I told you already. But it's not like I'm going to say,
it's good but loud.
Yeah, it's good but loud. But let me send you a link to it or something like that. So
yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering.
Like it works for what we need.
Yeah, if you'd have been like, oh, it's great, we love it because it can. Like if you'd have named it, I'd been like, okay, yeah, let me know which one that is. And
I wanted to like it more than I do. So.
Like I said, HJ they have one too, and they've had to repair theirs like a couple times. I think no one likes a loud wino, right? Exactly.
No, of course.
He's had to repair his. I think once or twice, like actually bought the board and like did the whole so.
Yeah,
he got like I said, he's. I respect that he is definitely always much more toward the like. I don't want to throw away this piece of technology. I should try and fit. And I'll do that like a little bit, but then I'll just be like at some point I was like.
There's a line you cross.
There's a line, exactly. Yeah. Especially like I said, since we want something different. Like I said, again, that was when I was mentioning it the other day because we like some of my wife and I were talking about a couple different things. Like, oh, we should save for this, or should we get this thing? I was like, well, I said it's not a thing that we need to do immediately, but like I would like to get another wine. She's like, oh no, that'd be nice. She's like, but we should try and look for one that's more vertical because again, the one we have now is about 3/4 of the size of what you would have at a dorm room for a regular fridge. Like, I mean, it's big, like you've seen, like it's not quite there, but it's 2/3 of the size of that. So like, I'd like one that's a little bit taller. First world problem. It is 100% first world 100%. Problems unstable. No, 100%.
Yeah.
I want a wine fridge. Wine. Like my women. Loud. Is that what we're going for? I saw the clip the other day. I like it black. Like my man. It's like an airplane. Yeah.
Little kid just looks,
Can we get 10 gift? No, Lucky, stop. No, don't do that. No, not for those kind of first world problems. Not at all.
Yeah, you're like, hey, we're going to talk about this tonight on the show. I need a new wine fridge. So let's try to drum up some sympathy, okay?
Drum up some sympathy for my wines. I've been drinking them tepid.
Like
it's like California, like a Christmas story.
Christmas story, yeah,
exactly. What brought you to this? It was soap poisoning.
It was a broken wine fridge.
No Merlot though. Exactly, Debo. Yes. No Merlot. I can't remember the last time I've actually had a Merlot that we weren't forced to drink on the channel.
I would never force you to drink. So you're thinking cocktail?
Yeah, so for next
that's
week,
right, because we got the new. Okay, you got.
We've got the Liquor 43, which I've seen in a bunch of different cocktails. I have to let me not speak out of context. Yeah, there's a specific drink that we wanted to make, and then I've seen it in other things too. Let me look it up before I literally lie to everyone about what's in it. Wine fridge for the gazebo should be first, right? Oh, so that's the running joke. Anytime I take a break during the week, usually it's like 5 to 10 minutes because I'll have a snack,
right,
move around, like what I should do.
Of course, your watch, if you were wearing one, would tell you to get up.
Gosh, it would. Everyone's all like, "What? Is he back yet? What is he building a gazebo out there?" So now everyone's like, "Is that bolt hard to tighten?" Like, so now that's become the running joke on the channel is that I'm like,
you're like Andy
out there building a
Dufresne, carting your wall into the yard.
So what I have thought about doing is I wish someone actually had something like that I could pretend like I was building, and I would film 5 minutes of footage, and then that would be my break footage, literally a video of me out in the yard working on. And I've actually reached out to a couple. I'm like, "Do you have anything that looks like a gazebo?" And no one's had anything, so it hasn't worked out. Blackberry Dr. Pepper, really?
Okay.
Is that a name?
You had me at Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you did have me at Dr. Pepper. That sounds interesting. Let's see.
When I come home, I'm relaxed with pep.
Margaritas with a twist. Tell me what's in Liquor 40. So Liquor 43, it is kind of more of a liqueur kind of thing.
Okay, Debo's going to set you up with some gazebo footage.
First thing I'm doing, if and when I get a house gazebo, I would love that. Debo, if you get a house, then I just have to fly out to you and we'll record it together. I'll buy a gazebo if you come build it. I'll let you use the video royalty free. Gee, thanks, Lucky. Maybe next time Paco goes out, we just work together and we all build that gazebo.
If you build it, Debo or Lucky will buy it.
Build it, yeah. Original. So it's original. Just give me.
We watched a good portion of Field of Dreams the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I love that movie.
Great movie.
Our brother does not. I feel like
pretend I didn't hear that.
I feel like they watched it under bad circumstance. Yes, we can. I think they watched it. How would you not like that movie?
We need to not have an Elton John viewing party. We need to have a Field of Dreams viewing.
That's the more important thing.
That's right.
I mean, I love that.
The three of us. It's so good. It's James Earl Jones. It's Kevin Costner.
Does it bring you to tears a little bit at the end?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Papa the other day, she's like, she always cries when that's on. Even Nemo brought us to tears yesterday.
Well, but that probably also plays back into your son and
the father and son.
Too.
Of course, yeah.
That's probably.
You think you can do these things, but you just can't, Nemo.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh God, yeah. I promised I'd never let anything happen to him. Well, that's silly.
Yeah.
Why would you never let anything happen to him?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I made it. You did. You did. We had the wine at the beginning, Planty. It's good to see you.
Plantia. Oh, Plenty.
Field of Dreams, I think, is under new management again. Stop changing your name. See, everyone's talking about it. Plan T. And he's like, as soon as he did it, he was like, I've made mistakes.
Plenty _. Yeah. I immediately regret my decision.
It was Anchorman. He dropped out of the lion's den. I've immediately regretted my decision. Liquor 43 derives its delightful taste and golden luster from an age-old recipe consisting of 43 natural ingredients. 43. And I believe it's Italian.
43 natural ingredients.
You had to go try on a suit. That's right. Planty is going to a wedding this weekend, not his own.
43, though that's the way you say 43 in Spanish.
That is true.
The
mix of secret ingredients is not enough to create Liquor 43. Only the sum of top expertise, the Zamora family recipe, and perfect timings and temperatures can turn all the ingredients into gold. It is the KFC whiskey. It is 43 herbs and spices. So anyway, we're going to use that next week in a cocktail, at least one cocktail. We'll also probably try it. We'll have to do a tasting of it.
Of course.
And then we'll try that in what I believe to probably be...
We enjoyed the Saint-Germain.
That's true. We did actually like that quite a bit. I've made that cocktail a couple more times now. It's really good. I've got to set that aside, though, because I know we'll need it for something else. I don't want to buy another bottle right away. So hey, stop making that drink, but it is very delicious.
Hey, Dad.
Tactical wine fridge inbound.
Want to have a catch? Oh, yeah. That's just... No, gosh. Ray. It was you. Yeah, if he's only seen it once.
I don't know how many times he's seen it. I just remember when we've talked about it, he's like, it's fine. It's okay. I was like, oh. That's probably That's definitely
Ooh.
top 5 Kevin Costner movie, probably top 3.
Now you have a Kevin Costner movie category?
Well, I'm not going to throw it into like top of other movies. Like I mean, because Untouchables is up there. Oh, I love that movie. Was the wine any different? It was. We actually liked the regular Beaujolais better by like a little bit because we found the Beaujolais-Villages
to be a little dry on the front palate, front of the tongue.
But it had more, had some blueberry in it, had a little black currant, had a little raspberry.
Now, tomorrow, if you try it,
I will. That will probably be the feature
dry
beverage
may be
tomorrow.
gone or it may have shifted.
If it has, then that would, because I actually liked that part of the flavor profile a little better than the regular Beaujolais, which we actually did have some left, so we tried them both side by side. That one definitely popped with a little more of the cherry, a little more brightness of fruit. It was smoother than the other one. But again, if that dryness went away, that would probably change my mind because I liked the fruit combination in the Village a little bit better. But that dryness was just a little bit extra.
Mediterranean heritage.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Italy where this has been.
Italy.
He'd come to historic Italy. But anyway, so we'll have that on the docket for next week. But yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly what he had there. Sam, hello. How are you? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I know he said, but yeah, like I said, between James Earl Jones and like I said, I think Kevin and the story of it and just
so good.
All the things and his wife in there and there's the whole, there's a lot of 70s stuff in there and people trying to ban books and all like all those kind of, I don't know, I just all of that stuff for some reason just hits pretty hard.
Oh,
like I said, and who's the old man in it too? Like that turns into the doctor at the
Charlton.
End. No.
Is it? No.
It's
Burt Lancaster.
Burt Lancaster. Yeah,
yes.
Like I said, he's really good. And
Dr. Moonlight Graham.
Yeah, who's also famous for being in Pulp Fiction. I honestly, Planty, if you are out and about, I really recommend buying both of them. And like I said, if Justin is a fan of this one as well, like I said, open them both up, try them side by side because there is a difference. And especially that they're not that much difference in price. Like I said, I think it was maybe, at least at my Total Wine, it was like $1. So it wasn't that much difference in price. I recommend you try them just for the experience. Like I said, even if you find them to be more similar, like I said, I think that stuff is pretty fun. The Beaujolais-Villages was also a 2022 as opposed to a 2023 for the Beaujolais.
Beaujolais, yes. Yeah, there's just a lot of great stuff going. Ray Liotta is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
You pointed a gun at me or whatever. You pretended your finger was a gun or however he says that.
Yeah, he's like, and it's funny. Sometimes I find in movies that I've seen multiple times, all of a sudden you're like,
you watch movies more than once?
I never picked up on that one before. And yeah, because he said, well, you told me your finger was a gun.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, that's true. Or valid or something. He says something after that. And I'm like, and it's weird that Pocket and I will very frequently pick up on this new thing on the same viewing. Because we were both like, oh my God, I never realized he said that there. I don't know why that is, but
why did that jump out to you? That
time why in that particular time? But yeah, it's just it's so good. So you know what? Really sometimes you just agree to disagree.
What was the pick of the night so far? We really only kind of technically had two things per se. For me, it's always going to be Pliny the Elder. It's just delicious.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you can find that especially fresh, like I said, if you like a West Coast IPA, which you have to like that part,
right?
Because some people would have this and be like, oh, that's great. It's like, but there's a reason why this was number one for many, many years.
Yeah.
And like I said, by IPA standards and like I said, and by my own, I still think it's probably my favorite West Coast IPA. I don't really think you get better than this.
No, it's hard to, but it is hard to find. It's not as readily available.
Correct. So
depending on where you live, you might not have access to something like this. But yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah, it is really, really very good. Has there been any kind of like flyers or anything out, or like is there anything new in the wine world from Trader Joe? Like I think we've almost gone through a couple weeks without having a Trader. No, we did have a Trader Joe's product last week. I was about to say, I was like, did we make it through multiple weeks without having a Trader Joe's?
What did we do?
Oh, it was the porter.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
The Field of Dreams site only a mere 5 hours from me. Ooh.
Yeah.
Do they still have that? Like, is that some place you can go visit?
They did a game. They actually did a game from that field a couple years ago. I think it was the White Sox and the Cubs, or was it the White Sox and the Reds? I can't. Or maybe it was the White Sox and the Reds because that was the famous World Series matchup from that scandal. But if we are speaking of Trader Joe wines, we do have some Italian. What are you watching there? Baseball. Who's somebody playing a baseball game?
I know. It's probably we'll go say hi to. Guardian down with the 42 months.
The actual Guardian down, not someone he picks.
Not some random person he's
not
gifted
Field
us up
of
to.
Dreams sucks. Resubscribe for
Kevin Costner can blow me or something like that. Right. Guardian down. Thank you for the 42 months of subbing. I appreciate that. I am late to this week's show, but early for next week's. So that means I don't have to show up, and those gray hairs are creeping up on Andrew, you old bastard. They are a little bit.
No, not so much.
They are a little bit. It was funny because I hadn't seen our brother in a little bit. When I went to him, he's like, you're getting pretty full. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I kind of like keep thinking like at some point because of the amount of work, I'm like, I should shave it. But then every once in a while, someone comes in and gives a compliment. I'm like, I guess I should keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to call me like when I had mine really full too. He's like, "Oh, you're getting a little."
Yeah, he came. He was like, "Oh, you've kept it going." Then. Guardian down. Guardian down. Thank you for the gifted sub to Old Bastard.
Old Bastard.
Old Bastard. Guardian down. I appreciate you so much.
So all you have to do is have me the Mr. Gray Hair sitting next to you, and it doesn't look
That's
so bad.
true. It looks less. I don't mind it. I just, again, I'm at the point now where the amount of attention I have to do to kind of manicure a couple times a week, like let's say 3 times a week, so it doesn't look like it's, like I'm, homeless or like going crazy or something like that, or like I've, got a really good idea that I need to tell somebody in a movie. I need some sort of trimming apparatus that like is, but I like the length that it's at now. Like I'm like, okay, this I appreciate it. So I don't want to shave it like shorter.
Yeah,
it's like I just want it to be that like if stuff is like,
I hate that.
So I don't know. So I literally right now I am using like what you would normally use as a trimmer, but I'm like trying to go very slowly so I don't like make a mistake.
Okay.
So I'm literally doing that manually, or I'm getting out a pair of scissors that I have and slowly. It is the worst right now. Again,
you guys got me the one I have for birthday a few years ago, so you could look up, I think it's Phillips, look that up, or just do a search for and watch some videos. I'm sure there'll be some people who will recommend their favorite ones.
I need something where like, obviously adjustable, length, and that kind of thing, and that like it's like, if I can just be like just kind of quickly do, obviously going the correct way, because if I go this way, I would shave like a bunch of it off. So it's like I have to go.
Well, but they have the different lengths of the guards. So then if you have one that's really long, it just gets those that are sticking out above that. So. Yeah.
If the beard is gone one stream, we will know it exactly. That's why I'm doing my best. I am getting a haircut though on Monday, so I'm very excited about that. Most trimmers come with different guards. My son has one where you can literally, it's got a dial on it.
Okay.
So I was looking at that, but I was like, okay, I need to like then figure out like what the dialing, because I initially like used it a little bit. I was like, that's not right. Walmart or Target has plenty of rechargeable trimmers under $20. That's exactly probably what I need. Just something that has, and then to slowly work my way out from, okay, this is the
biggest one.
The biggest one. Yeah. Okay, that did nothing. Okay, go down one.
Yep.
Okay, go down and like keep going down, like so that I just don't do too much, because I know probably I'd lose half my viewership now at this point. It would just
what's this baseball game?
I know, it's neat, right?
Like a real game going on.
Plantiferous Rex, exactly. But yeah, anyway, so next week we will come back with at least a cocktail. We'll have a tasting of that liquor 43 that is in the cocktail. We'll try that too. What is going on? Guardian.
What's the story, Noah? Thirsty guy walks into a bar.
Guardian down with a gifted sub to Trim the Bush, which actually they said about 20 years ago during some elections.
Oh, okay. All right.
Topical. No, I don't know. Guardian down, thank you for the gifted sub to Trim the Bush. Can this be, did people refer to this as a bush?
I don't think so.
Facial bush?
Sounds a little dirty.
Not that one.
Sorry, no. Thirsty guy walks into a bar.
Not the tone.
Guardian, thank you for the gifted sub to not that one.
Not the tone.
When was?
Oh wait.
Oh my god.
What's the sorry, Noam. Thirsty guy walks into
So,
a bar.
are these actual accounts that people have?
Guardian Down, thank you for the gifted sub to the.
Or does he create?
the
He's
face.
not creating
No,
them, is
you
he?
cannot. Like,
Okay.
So if you go to gift someone a sub,
Yeah.
like I said, my brother, obviously is not on Twitch very often.
Obviously.
You can go and you can say, I want to gift a sub, and you can say a specific person. You can start typing in and it'll show you people's username.
So these
it
are
is someone-
actually out there.
So these are people that have created usernames. It's also just a high level of intelligence between, like I said, Lucky, Guardian Down, that they actually know to start searching for and get in the ballpark of something that's funny. So that should cover the trimmer. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. We will make it happen. Guardian Down, thank you for the gifted sub to the face one. Not
face
that
one.
one, the face one. I'm assuming those should be read back to back. Oh my God. Not that one, the face one. Appreciate all you guys. That's hilarious. Okay, now that doesn't even make sense.
You don't need the trimmer for
How is
that.
that allowed? How is that one allowed?
Unless it's as slicker or flicker.
Guardian Down, thank you for ass liquor flicker. How is that an option?
Don't
on
use the
Twitch?
trimmer down there.
Very delicate area.
Yeah.
Get the big.
Oh.
I hear they have one for two in the pink and one. Oh wait, no, that's something else. Okay, let's stop there. God, ass liquor flicker. Guardian Down, thank you for the gifted sub.
Yikes.
Not that one, the face one. Is there no like Keith is my favorite gifted sub that someone can give? Like something
please don't
nice,
start that.
something like that.
Oh, start that one now.
Sam. Sam, thank you for the gifted sub to please stop. That's accurate.
Have a
Please,
limited time.
please stop. Hype train has happened. Oh my God. That's all right. Beard trimmer incoming. All right. Well, I'll get a beard trimmer this weekend then, apparently. Did you actually answer the question? Was there a flyer and some wines in it? Because I totally ran over that, so I apologize.
No, I don't know when the next flyer is probably
Okay.
not coming out for a little bit yet.
And is it already white wine season? Oh my God.
Sorry, Noam.
How is that a thing?
That
Someone
actually
at some
exists.
point, wine fridge money. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
gosh. Yikes.
Guardian Down, thank you for the gifted sub to
You're going to get a wine fridge? You're going to get a beard trimmer? You're going to be all set.
trim my beard over the wine fridge. Guardian Down, thank you for the gifted sub to two in the pink, one in the stink.
Oh, I thought that said sink. One in the stink. That just doesn't sound right. That's just
God bless people of the
also
internet.
nasty.
I don't understand how that gets through on Twitch. How is that not a filter?
Two in the pink.
Guardian Down, appreciate you. Thank you for the gifted sub. Sam, also thank you for the gifted sub.
Guardian got here late, but jumped right in.
He's like,
Hit the ground running.
It was like it was all of a sudden like I've got a lot of grievances against you all of a sudden during that. Hey, you two, I got a random fact. Want some? Yes, I'm your official random fact dealer if you like it or not. Klein, give us the random fact as we wrap things up. Hot tub stream watcher. That could be. Could be a hot tub stream watcher. We'd get a lot of subs if Keith did a hot tub stream. My God, it would be ridiculous.
Oh, dear God.
My
Now,
God.
Rebecca,
There's a market for that, I
counseling people
tell
is
you.
what I do. Please let me help you.
Oh, great. Now I've got to edit this
Oh,
out.
you gotta edit
I thought
it.
I had this off.
Making things
Damn
work.
it.
Robin is in prison. I manage this crummy bar. My career is at a standstill.
You son
I'm
of a
miserable
bitch.
And lonely, and now I have to sell my Mercedes.
Maybe if we talk over it enough, I won't have to.
Maybe they won't hear it.
Maybe they won't hear it all.
$5,000 cash and take off your payments.
Take off your
6,000
pants?
firm.
Is that what he said?
Take off your pants and jacket.
Oh, take over your
Good deal.
payments.
That's the only good thing about Blink 182.
thought
That
he
album
s-
name, Take Off Your Pants
I
and
thought he said
Jacket.
take
The
off
rest
your
of their stuff
pants.
is trash. Klein, archaeologists once discovered a sealed jar of honey in an ancient tomb and decided to taste it, only to later realize it had been used to preserve a dead child. Gross. In ancient times, honey's natural antimicrobial properties made it a common substance for embalming and preservation. This eerie discovery serves as a reminder of honey's unique ability to withstand time, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. That is a heck of a
true.
fact. I was going to say, you seem
one of
like you
those
were
things
nodding
that-
your head as I said it.
Well, the honey part, I remember like, it's like one of those things that it takes a long time for it to spoil. And also there are certain honeys like Manuka honey that you use medicinally to
But just a little bit of it, a minute amount.
just a manuka
Right,
amount.
that's bad.
Yes, there you go.
That's for the YouTube strike. That 100% will probably be a YouTube strike. Hot tub stream incoming. There's always money in the banana. Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Yikes. Is that a liquor 43 in your pocket, or you just happy to see me? I had to throw away honey the other day, though. Do you not? Do
Really?
you refrigerate your honey?
I do not.
Okay, maybe that's where I went wrong. I bought like a natural like honey that was
Okay.
like, oh, this is local and it's natural, and I was like, and it seemed like for some, I can't remember if there was something on there, but I was like, oh, I should probably refrigerate, and I had, and like, I've had it for like a month or two, and I'd use it every once in a while, but at some point, like the other day, I went to go, I was like, this is hard as a rock.
You can
I
put
just
it back
threw
in the microwave and soften it
I've
up.
seen that, but I was
Yeah.
just like, eh.
Yeah.
So you just
I just keep it in the fridge or in the pantry.
okay.
No fridging.
How often do you go through a jar of honey?
I bought the one out at Costco. It was like the Arizona one.
So you had to have
It's a
your
big
wife
one.
help you lift it in.
Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah. No,
Jug of
we've had
honey.
it for a little while
Oh,
now.
okay.
So yeah,
And it's still fine?
should be. Yeah,
Okay, maybe I'll start keeping it.
yeah. Honey is one of those things that
It you talk about in the
Yeah,
fridge? Yeah, it did kind of
basically.
crystallize
yeah.
in the fridge. Okay.
Yeah. So don't put it in the fridge.
Honey
That was-
doesn't technically. I don't know why there was some. I swear there was something on there that said once you open it, but again now already multiple people like said, so I goofed. I'll have to do that again at some point. All right. Well, thank you guys all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the gifted subs. Thank you for the sub train that was going on there. Guardian Down, Sam, everybody that was a part of that.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys so much. You'll see this man next week. You'll
Yep.
see me tomorrow, probably for some more Destiny stuff.
And maybe some Beaujolais-Villages or just Beaujolais.
Tomorrow.
knows?
I was like, we're not doing.
No, not next
I
week.
don't think we're buying any more
No,
Louis
no, no.
Jadot.
No.
We have
We
Jadot
did it.
out. We have Jadot our last bit of Jadot, at least for a little bit. No, we've got beverages tomorrow. We've got, or I should say, mixed drinks next week, and who knows what else. We're going to go say hi to Static Arbiter right now. He is playing some baseball.
Super
Playing
cool.
some LLB. The show 25 baseball season has started. These games are so ridiculously realistic at this point. Like I said, again, I know it sounds silly to say, but man, a baseball gets. I looked over a couple times. I was like, "Is that?" Oh no, I'm not actually watching a baseball game. It's kind of that realistic. It's nuts. But yeah, thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate it. And again, we will see you. We together will see you next week. Like I said, I will see you guys tomorrow. 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Enjoy some basketball if that's your thing. Good night.